Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another comic book review. And today we're going to take a look at a new series from Image Comics, That Texas Blood, written by Chris Codon and drawn by Jacob Phillips. And actually, Jacob Phillips interests me because this book that just came out by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, Pulp. Jacob Phillips is he might be the brother of Sean Phillips, but he's the colorist on the book. And it interests me just because I picked this up. I haven't read it yet, but I'm a big fan of Ed Brubaker's writing. And this is like an Old West, like gunslinger tale. And so I wanted to pick this up too. So I got the first two issues, and after reading it, it's pretty good. It's definitely a different direction than what I'm used to reading with the superhero cape stuff. And art style is very good. It takes place in this Ambrose County, Texas, which is a fictional county of Texas, and follows the sheriff here, Joe Bob, who had just turned 70, and his nagging wife Martha is like, "Oh, you don't forget that casserole dish from Ruth and Ray." So he's in his sheriff's office answering calls, and it's the one-horse town, not really much going on, and he gets a distress call about a rattlesnake in someone's yard. So he goes there, and he's got a shovel, and they're like, "Oh, just shoot that damn thing." And he's like, "Oh, well," his little saying, he says "well" a lot. And he decides to, I guess, decapitate it with the shovel. So then he makes his way over to Ruth and Ray's place right up here, and he hears them screaming like, "Shut the F up, calm down." And there's a sort of a domestic disturbance going on, and they answer the door from the inside, but they don't like open the door for him. And he's like, "Well, can I get my casserole dish?" And she's like, "Oh, well, I gotta wash it still. How about Ray brings it to you later?" And he's like, "Well, I suppose." And as he's leaving, he notices a bunch of beer cans, and he's like, "Uh-oh, from all that screaming I heard and all the beer cans, that's not good." So he's at the little 7-Eleven here, and decide between beef jerky and, I guess, dried fruit. And, well, I gotta make a healthy choice here. I'm 70 now, so he decides to go with both of them. And then, I don't know how he has this possible, but his wife is, like, radioed to the walkie-talkie, and I guess she can hear him because she's screaming at him, "Don't you get that beef jerky, Joseph Rabbit? Joe Bob?" And so he gets it anyway and is on his way. And then you get some sort of backstory here. Well, a big wall of text, and this is sort of a dream sequence of a murder that happened in the past. And he's passed out, I guess, because like a one-horse town, not much going on. He's in the middle of nowhere. He's figuring out what's going on, and he sees this car racing this way. And it's actually Ray, and he's speeding. He's like, "Oh, I wonder if Ray's on his way to my house with that casserole dish." So he pulls him over, and he's like, "What the hell? Why are you going so fast, Ray?" And Ray here pulls out a gun and loads it, and starts muttering, "She, I'm sorry, I didn't," and he shoots himself. Kaboom! Pretty crazy stuff, and like just all the graphic detail here of the facial expressions of him just shocked. Blood splattered everywhere, and the freaking casserole dish. So he walks back in there, and he's like, "Oh, I found that casserole dish, Martha. Oh no!" And it ends right there at the gas station, and that's it. So then it gives these guys a little backstory. I guess, like I said, this Jacob Phillips has just been a colorist. So this is his first outing doing like the penciling and the coloring as well, and it gives their little backstory on why they came to do this. And they actually, this book was supposed to come out before the whole COVID shutdown. And while that was going on, they also worked on this Brutal Dark, which is a book on their Patreon page. So check that out if you want to. And they have this cool thing with this QR code. You can scan it and get like soundtrack for the issue. They mentioned that, which is cool. And then there's a little preview for Pulp, which I bought, but I haven't read it yet because it's a little bit thick. And it's an original graphic novel, so I want to check that out. Take more time to do that. So then I also got issue 2. Same thing, same creative team. Wakes up, Martha wakes up. She's this was just like the introductory issue. I don't think it had a subtitle. Oh, the casserole dish. This is a Brother's Conscience Part 1. So trade paperback story arc. I'm assuming probably 3 to 4 issue story arc. And wakes up. Martha wakes up, and Joe Bob's here. He's distraught that Ray killed himself, and then they find another murder. So the one-horse town with rattlesnake issues, and they're dealing with all these murders now. So then it cuts over here to Travis. Excuse me, yeah. Is his name Travis? No, he's seen the body of Travis. So this guy right here who was murdered, his name is Travis. And this is his brother who wakes up and is on his way. He's a writer. I forget his name. Where's his name? Just so real. Randall is his name. So his brother here, Travis, either got murdered or killed himself or whatever. And Randall is got to go to Texas to find out who murdered him and why. And his girlfriend or wife or whoever this is like, don't do that. You're a city boy now. And he goes to this Ambrose County, Texas, and, you know, he's like, oh, you startled me, boy. I didn't see you there. And he comes in, and then he just goes to the diner to get something to eat, and they take his order. And this woman recognizes him and is like, what the hell are you doing here, Randall? Don't you ever come back here again. No, you ain't eating here. And she just slams the freaking dish on the ground like Gordon Ramsay. It's raw. And then you see this you see up there, this face looking in and watching. Who knows who she is. So then Joe Bob shows up and is like, well, Randy, what are you doing back here? We got to question you. You know, your brother's dead. So they take him into the police station and start questioning him and trying to get to the bottom of this because, you know, it's his brother. Why is he back here? Sort of murder mystery going on. So it ends right there for the next issue. And this is like, they gave the illusion that Randall was a author. And this is one of his works here for my brother from 2014. This is taking place in present time. I think that's a variant cover right there. But yeah, interesting series. I think issue 3 is coming out either this week or next week. So I'll be checking that out. Something new for the channel. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And stay tuned for more new and old comic book reviews coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.